Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've been talking about doing this video for quite a while now and it's finally here. We are going to be decorating my guest bedroom. So I'm going to give you guys a tour in a minute because I don't think you really would have seen this room much. But it's at the top of our house. We live in a 3-story townhouse, so it's at the top. And it's such an amazing sized room. This room is like huge, and actually it's probably like a nicer size room than our actual bedroom, but it's just because it's at the top floor, we don't really use it as much. And also the ceilings in here are so high, which makes it just really nice and like big and airy. So absolutely beautiful room, we love it, but right now it is a dumping ground. We chuck all our winter coats in here. Nothing's decorated up until I obviously did those. It's just been a white box. It has no personality. There is just stuff everywhere. And to be honest, we want this to be like a really nice room that when we have people to stay, it's a nice kind of tranquil room. And right now I'm a bit embarrassed to have people stay in here just because there's stuff everywhere. But yeah, let me talk you through the vibe I'm going for. So normally, whenever I kind of start to think of ideas for a room, my first stop is without a doubt always Pinterest. I just look kind of like different room vibes, if I've got like a colour in mind or anything like that. And I have to be honest, this is the one room that I didn't really find anything that was exactly what I was going for, because I kind of want a mashup of something really calm, simplistic, really kind of zen sort of room, but then also kind of adding in some of the black and some wood to kind of tie it in with the rest of our house. So we're probably going to have like, I don't know how you would describe the style we're going for, but that's it. The one thing that I did see that I really love, you guys will see in a minute how high the ceilings are, which is really amazing, but we're not going to paint all the way to the top. We were oohing and ahhing about what to do, and we're actually going to go for something similar to this, where we're going to do kind of like a half height paint job. I'm not sure how high we're going to go with it, but basically we don't want to paint the whole room because firstly we can't reach the ceiling, and it would just be such a massive job, and we think that we can get like a really nice kind of quirky vibe going on in here with more of like a half height paint. If I don't like it, I can always just paint the top half later. So we're going to go with that. I've never done anything like this before, so it'd be really fun and interesting to do. But yeah, let me just show you guys around first because I feel like it will make more sense when you can actually see the room. Okay, so this is the room as you walk in. Obviously ignore all that stuff, that is our painting stuff. We have the bed over on this wall, which is going to stay there. This is the bed that I had in my old house, which is really, really lovely. We want to keep this and absolutely love this bed. So that was one thing that the whole design had to tie around this bed. But this is how high the ceilings are. So they are so high. I don't even know how high they are, which is incredible. We have these amazing big window here and another little one here as well. So it is a really, really good sized room. It's so generous. And then this is like the dumping ground over here. And then we have this weird kind of dip down bit there from like the roof. So yeah, we were originally kind of thinking, oh, maybe we'll paint up to that line. And then I was thinking, oh, maybe not. But now I think I'm probably going to take it up to kind of like that level there. Yeah. And I had hoped that I would find a really nice piece of furniture that I could put in that space. We want to basically, in the long term, get a huge wardrobe to go there to hide all of our suitcases. These are all our winter coats as well. But I haven't been able to find one that I've liked. I really want to get one to kind of upcycle, but this is all going to have to be moved into the loft. This is like stuff that I'm like donating, depopping. There's like a mini library there. This room is predominantly actually used as Rocky's napping room. He loves coming up here and sleeping on the bed during the day, don't you? This is his spot. Yeah, it's just a bit of a mishmash in here at the moment. That's that little round side table I got on my Amazon haul. That's not going to live here, I don't think. But if you guys did see my Amazon furniture haul, this is one of the tables I did specifically get for this room, and the other one is in that box. And then these, really exciting. I have some Desenio prints to run you guys through later, and my desk and piano. So the piano keyboard, it's not a piano, keyboard needs to stay in here. The bed obviously needs to stay in here. We're going to have side tables, really nice artwork, lamps, dog sleeping zone. It's going to look, yes, it's going to look just a lot nicer and more put together. So first things first, I am going to measure how high I want this line to go. We're going to tape it up, and then Steve is going to help me get it all painted today. Right, so the room is all painted. I forgot to say, hello Steve. Hello. I forgot to say what paint we were using. So after doing all those samples on the wall, couldn't find a paint that I actually liked. I remembered that I had some of the paint that I used in our lounge in our garage. So we used that. So that was the Little Green Company in mid French grey, which is really, really nice paint. It's very expensive, but it's really, really nice. However, we ran out. We thought we would have enough, but we miscalculated and we did not have enough. So we did a quick dash to B&Q, and what we did was actually, I painted some of it on a piece of card and got it colour matched at Valspar. So the first coat was from the Little Green Company, and the second coat is actually just Valspar. And to be honest, I really rate Valspar paint. It's really, really good. It's not as good quality as the Little Green Company, but obviously you pay for what you get. But the Valspar paint is really good. Yeah, and this is what we are looking like so far. So we've got like a straight line that goes all the way around. Are you dizzy yet? Yeah, so we've got a couple of little, where, over there somewhere? There's like a couple of little blips that I need to touch up, but we're just waiting for it to dry. Also, the radiator's been painted as well. So when I did my lounge video, I asked you guys what your thoughts were on it. It was pretty 50-50. Some people said, don't do it. Some people said they always do it and it's fine. I spoke to my mum, who is like the oracle of DIY for me. My parents have always moved into houses and kind of like fixed them up and stuff. So my mum, she's pretty savvy with her DIY stuff. So whenever in doubt, I always ask my mum. And she basically says she always paints her radiators in every single house that she's been in. She always uses just emulsion paint, and she has never ever had an issue. So that is what I did. I painted the radiator just with some normal emulsion paint. So I'll let you know how that turns out. I'm just waiting for it to dry properly before doing a second coat. But I do think that it already looks quite a lot better. It just blends in a lot more. And because it's right opposite the door as well, it's the first thing you see when you walk in, really. So that's why I wanted to paint it. Right now, I think we're just gonna tidy up all of our kind of like painting sheets. Yeah, so I think we're gonna move the bed back. And I also have a rug that was in my dining area. And I'm thinking about kind of trying it in here and seeing if it works. So we might roll that out and have a little play around with it. Okay guys, so now the bed and the rug are back in place. The rug was a pain in the backside, but it does look a lot nicer. It kind of breaks up the space having it here. So I wanted to run you through some Desenio prints that I've got. So these have very kindly been gifted to me by Desenio. I'm working with them on this video, as I did with my lounge transformation as well. And I absolutely love Desenio prints. I've been buying their prints for years and years and years. So I'm gonna run you through a couple of bits that I got for this room. So obviously earlier I said to you guys, I wanted to go for kind of like a bit of a more tranquil, calm vibe in here. I feel like you're gonna get that through a few different ways. Obviously, certain furnishings and furniture you're gonna put in, the color, but also adding nice kind of calming artwork on the walls. So that is what I have gone for. So just to give you a little bit of insight into Desenio, they have this really cool tool, which is what I use every time I order prints, where basically you can kind of use their visualizer to put prints together, drag and drop, and kind of create a style for the room before committing to ordering. So that's exactly what I did. That's the same as what I did for my lounge as well. I kind of used this visualizer to put a room together and drag and drop prints to actually see them side by side to make sure I liked how they sat together and that they were going to work in the frames that I wanted. All of that different kind of stuff. They also have this really cool tool that you can use their pre-designed gallery walls. So either you can just completely order a gallery wall that they have curated for you, or you can use a template that they provide and then just drag and drop different kind of prints and art into that you do like. So that has been massively helpful for me, because I would just sit there oohing and ahhing for ages if I didn't have that tool. So that helped me decide exactly what I wanted. And I'm not gonna lie, it's difficult to decide what you want because they have so much to choose from, like so much. Honestly, I really think that there is something for everyone there. But these are the two that I picked to go above the bed. So I'm gonna keep it really simple. I've got two massive frames to go above the bed, and I picked out these prints here. I think these are gonna go beautifully with the kind of color of the bed, the paintwork, and they're two kind of different pampas grass style prints. They're a little bit abstract, a little bit kind of artsy, but I thought these would look great, and I've got black frames to kind of set them off a little bit. The quality of these guys is really good. Everything comes delivered in, so I've obviously got my frames in the big box, and then this was inside, so nothing's gonna come bent, damaged, anything. I've never ever had a problem with them. So I've got those two to go above the bed, and then I also wanted one to go on the wall above the radiator, and for that I wanted to get something a little bit more kind of, not bold, but I'll just show you. So I got this, so it says you can go your own way. So it's like a Fleetwood Mac quote, and yeah, I just want something more simple, kind of with the black that's going to tie everything in at the end. So that's going to go on that wall there, and yeah, I just thought it would really bring the room together a little bit. So these are the frames that I got. I went for the black metal ones. These are the same ones I had in my lounge. Until I'd done my lounge, I actually hadn't ever ordered frames from Desenio before, so I wasn't sure what the quality was going to be like. They're really good, and what's also great is that they're really lightweight as well, so they're really easy to hang. You don't have to worry about them falling down or anything. And I personally, I mean, obviously everyone has their own different tastes, but I love that it's a really thin frame. I just think that looks a lot more kind of expensive than maybe like a chunky IKEA frame. And price-wise, they're really not bad either, so I would definitely recommend them. So I've got this one for my quote print, and then for my big ones, if you guys haven't seen my lounge transformation, then I'll put in a clip here. But basically what I did is I got frames that were bigger than the prints themselves, and I actually created my own mount and put the mount inside the frame. I just thought it just looked really modern, and I liked that white space around it. So I like that so much in my lounge. I'm gonna do it again here as well. So I got these frames. So these are the 50 by 70. I have two of these. Yeah, and also on top of that, Desenio have very kindly given me a code for you guys to use. Use code louiseH. I will put all of the terms and conditions down in the description box along with the code itself, and it is valid from the 28th of July until the 30th of July. So not very long. Make sure you take advantage of it because it's definitely worth it. Right, so now all the boring kind of decorating side of the transformation is done. I'm gonna start doing the bit that I personally love, which is putting all of the nice kind of decor bits together. I've got a couple of little DIYs that I'm gonna tackle while the weather is still decent. So I'm gonna do those now, and yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm up to. Okay, so it's the next day. Yesterday I did a few little DIY bits, and now I'm just gonna start furnishing the room, which is my favorite bit. So I've already just put a plain white sheet on the bed. Anyone who does not like ironing, like me, this is a lifesaver. It's the Lenore crease release in Gold Orchid. It smells amazing, and all you do is literally spray it on your sheets, pull it tight a little bit, and it helps drop all the creases out. So I'm just gonna go around and do that now. I'm gonna dress the bed. I don't actually have a duvet, so I'm just gonna have to chuck the sheets on without a duvet for now, because the duvet we have for this room is actually at our property that we renovated, which is on the market still. And yeah, we staged it, so that's where that duvet is. So once that is sold, we will claim the duvet back, but for now, I'm just gonna have to chuck some sheets on and try and style it up like that. Is all done. When I say all done, I mean nothing's ever all done. There are a couple of things I still want to change and add. So obviously we're gonna get a wardrobe at some point. The rail is still in here for now, just because we need it, and I'm not 100% certain on these cushions, but let me show you the after, and then I'll give you a quick tour around and let you know what I changed and what things I bought and whatnot. Okay, so I'm going to start this side of the room first because it's the most interesting. First things first, the paint. I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I think it actually makes the ceilings look even higher. So for anyone who has really high ceilings and they're looking for something a little bit different to do, I would definitely recommend it. So paint was kind of, I explained this before, the paint that we got was the Little Green Company Mid French Grey, which is what we had downstairs, but we ran out halfway through. So we got it colour matched at Valspar, which, to be honest, was a really good colour match. It was so accurate. So we're really happy with that. Let me show you these prints because I am beyond happy with how they turned out. They're exactly what I wanted. I wanted a mix of kind of greys, some neutrals, and then set off with the black. I obviously did the mounts exactly the same as what I did in my lounge downstairs. So I literally just measured it out and then cut those kind of middle shapes out. Turned out really well. I like that kind of expanse of white. I know that's probably not for everyone, but I personally love it. And I actually love how the frames kind of hang over the paint line as well. This is another thing I'm going to need to change out. So I felt like it was a little bit empty. I actually borrowed this plant and the basket from our lounge, so that if that looks familiar, that's why. I'd like to get one that will live in here permanently, and then maybe another one on the other side just to balance it out a little bit. But that basket is from HomeSense, and I went to HomeSense the other day and they didn't have any baskets. Side tables are Amazon. If they look familiar, they are the ones that I featured in my Amazon home haul. So if you haven't seen that video, basically Amazon have their own range of furniture. They have 3 different brands actually, and they're having a massive furniture sale. I actually don't know if it may still be on, I can't quite remember. If it is, I'll leave the details, and I had a discount code as well. So definitely go check them out. In my last video, I know a lot of you guys messaged saying that they were more expensive than I said. Amazon have an algorithm and they change their prices. So I paid £45 per table, and I think they went up to £100, but they may have dropped down again. So definitely worth going to check it out. And obviously same one on the other side there. But yeah, I definitely think it needs a few more kind of bits in here to make it a little bit more homely. The lamps were originally from IKEA. We had them in our master bedroom before I decorated it, and they were chrome originally, and to be honest, I wasn't really feeling them. So I just spray painted them matte black. And before, I kind of thought that the white lampshades looked a little bit cheap, but for some reason now that the actual bases are black, I really like them. So happy with how those are turned out, and I think the white lampshades stand out nicely against the grey as well. The bed obviously isn't new, but I did get that from a company called Time for Sleep, and it's really good quality. We just decided to go for something different for our master, so we just put this one up here. I obviously said to you guys before as well that there is no duvet under here, so I think that will make it look a lot more kind of like homely and soft once we have that here. And I showed you guys that I use the crease release spray, which is good. It's not as good as an iron, I'm not gonna lie, but to be honest, once we get our duvet back, I will give these sheets a proper iron so they actually look decent. The cushions here and this throw are from Dusk, I believe. They're really nice quality, although this is huge. I've had to fold it over so many times. Can't remember where these are from. I think they're probably HomeSense a while ago. And then that pillow in the middle is Primark. I'm not really that sure about the pillows, to be honest. There's too many greys going on. I did have some old pillow cushion covers that I tried dyeing and they just didn't work. Same with that little throw I had, it didn't work. So that was my original plan. So this is just stuff that we had spare, to be honest. I think it works fine for now, but I'm definitely going to be changing these out in the future. And then this is the more boring side of the room, let's be honest. So this print here, I absolutely love. I just love that quote as well. And I just think it's just quite nice and like bold and just, yeah, Love it. And then this table here, this is one that I've had for a while and I actually painted it. I got it on Gumtree for like £10 ages ago. And I just love it. And I thought it'd be nice to have, for when people come to stay, somewhere to maybe put all of their toiletries or makeup, or just somewhere to sit and get ready, whatever it may be. I think Steve said it was a bit like what you get in like a boutique hotel, like having a little desk area, but I quite like that. So I just put this vase here. So that's actually was a gift, and I didn't really have anywhere to put it, but I quite like it here, and it's a little bit more rusticy looking as well. And I just put in this long grass. It would be nice to get some pampas grass. So if anyone's got any recommendations of any decent places to get pampas grass, let me know in the comments down below, because I think I might get some. But this grass was actually, I just picked it in a field, but it works just to add a little bit more colour and texture to the room. And then I just put this little photo here. That's a photo that my brother took when we were in Italy, and I had it printed and put in that frame. This chair again was something that was just left over. This is from our old office. I got it from a place called, I think it's called Atlantic, but they do quite affordable kind of chairs and stuff. So it's a nice chair. It's not perfect for this room, but it goes well enough for now. And then over here, I've added in back in this bookshelf. So I love this bookshelf. I made this in one of my, what was it? Like a DIY upcycle video. It was just an old bookshelf I had. I painted it black and I added in this kind of bamboo caning to the back. I do love it, but I think it looks a bit odd here, but I kind of needed it just for a little bit of storage. The door is open most of the time anyway, and it's kind of hidden behind the door. So I know it looks a little bit odd, but I think it's fine there for now. The clothes rail, we have taken some bits off that we're going to put under the bed, just so it's not overflowing and horrendous looking. I do quite like that when people stay over, they can hang stuff on it. I think that's nice, but in the long term, we're going to need a big old wardrobe in here. So yeah, hopefully we can get a big triple one just to go there. So I'd like to find something and upcycle it, hopefully, but we shall see. If we do get a wardrobe, it may mean having to move that desk. I don't know, we shall see when it comes to it. And then also I nearly forgot this rug as well. So this is the rug that used to be in my kitchen. I just wasn't really feeling it anymore, to be honest. And when Rocky was a puppy, he actually chewed a lot of it and he pulled out loads of the threads in the middle. So those are actually hidden under the bed now, so it doesn't look so bad. But I thought this room just needed something to break it up a little bit. I've never ever used a rug in a bedroom like this, so I wasn't sure how it would look, but I'm actually really happy. It just breaks up the space a little bit. It adds in a little bit more of that kind of black tone, so it's not too kind of light and washed out in here, and it's also adding a little bit more kind of like natural tone as well. So I'm really happy with how that turned out, but definitely just want to tweak the bedding a little bit. I told you guys this was Rocky's, this is his go-to sleep spot. Okay, so that is pretty much everything, but the only thing that I've not addressed is the light fitting. So for a couple of reasons, we just have a bare bulb up there right now, and the ceilings are way too high. I don't have a ladder that high. Also, I'm not an electrician, but I wanted to show you what I got. So I picked this up from Dunelm. Is it Dunelm? I'm pretty sure it's Dunelm, yes. I picked this up from Dunelm a while back in the sale, and I just need someone to come and install it. But it's basically this kind of modern industrial chandelier type thing. And I believe it was, I don't know, I think it was like £100, which I didn't think was too bad for it. It's quite big, but I thought in this room we could get away with it and it would look really cool. So this is what we are going to be going for in here, as soon as we kind of get an electrician to come and fit it, because I mean, I try and turn my hand to a lot of things, but this is just not one of them. So I think it'd be much safer for everyone if we just get a professional to come and do it. But I thought I would just show you that, because that's one of the things that's been sat in that corner over there, ready to be installed. And I've literally had it for probably more than a year now, and never had it installed. So hopefully when things get a little bit more back to normal, I can look at having someone come into the house and install this. But yeah, that is everything. Again, don't forget to check out that Desenio discount code. I will leave all the terms and conditions for that down below. And like I said before, it's definitely not a complete room right now, but I just feel like it's far better than it was before. And it's somewhere that I'm happy to have people come and stay in now, rather than before it was a bit of a dumping zone and I would have been really embarrassed to have guests over. But yeah, little things need to be touched up, like skirting boards. Obviously we need to get the wardrobe in here, just little bits like that, maybe a little bit more greenery as well. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really supports my channel. And if you haven't already subscribed, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn your notifications on so you never miss an upcoming video. And until next time, I will see you guys later.